How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I need to talk to you about the game that countries are playing, that whales are playing, that some of the big names that you don't see are playing, and what they're trying to do. Because I think a lot of people get caught up in the day to day, and maybe they lose hope or they make stupid decisions in crypto. So let me explain to you today what people are doing behind the scenes and what you should be doing. So, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button and hitting the subscribe button, I definitely appreciate that. If you've seen videos like this before and you like them, definitely subscribe for more of them. Turn on that bell notification so you know right when I post a video, because some of this is time relevant. Yesterday I said we will probably see a dip, and we were at 62,500. Now we're at 58,700. So if you caught that, I had someone say to me today, hey, I sold all my crypto. I bought it back. I made a lot of money. Of course, don't do what I say all the time, do your own research and stuff, but still. So with that in mind, I do need to say Shiba Inu crashed several different websites, including CoinMarketCap, including Coinbase, including Voyager. Now, one place that you can go that will not crash because of Shiba or anything, or a lot of other cryptos, and they're actually raising rates, is BlockFi. So they're raising their interest rates on stablecoins up to 9.5% for USDT and 9% for other stablecoins. There's a link underneath the video. You can get a bonus. If you have one place already where you have cryptocurrency, it's good to diversify so that way you have access in case these different sites go down. Definitely consider having it at multiple places. If you already have it on BlockFi, make sure you check out the link down to Voyager too, because again, different places go down at different times. So with that being said, why did the market fall? Well, I already covered it, but $500 million of liquidated Bitcoin hit today, or we had 500 million liquidated as Bitcoin fell. Whales dumped, so that way people got liquidated. It's obvious. Whenever we see leverage at all-time highs, that the whales are going to do this, and I called that out yesterday. Now, with that being said, we're still staying above this range. So we hit that $58,000 support. We've come back down a couple times. We've stayed right in this range right here, 58 to 59,000, maybe just coming up to almost 60,000, but then being rejected several times. So that is actually really good to see. If we can keep this level, I would not be surprised if we fell a little bit more, to be honest. But if we could stay here and we'd even break this 57,000 mark or something, that I think would be really strong. Now, with that being said, why are the whales doing this? I think that's something we have to pay attention to. Well, obviously they want your Bitcoin. So one way to do that is to force liquidations. Now, what are big people doing behind the scenes today? What are countries doing? What are wealthy individuals doing? Well, they're buying Bitcoin. You can see El Salvador just bought the Bitcoin dip. They bought 420 Bitcoin. Now, this is hilarious because of the fact that they actually went to the IMF recently and they want a loan. They want a $1.3 billion loan. And some people were joking that they might use that to buy Bitcoin. They just spent $25 million on Bitcoin today. So I would not be surprised if they go out and buy 500 million or $1 billion worth of Bitcoin if they get that loan here soon. So I don't know if you're catching this, but not only is El Salvador trying to get Bitcoin with loans, essentially they're trying to get a loan to buy Bitcoin, at least that's what it looks like now. Also, MicroStrategy has done that before. So countries and companies are trying to get into debt with this very low interest rate environment to buy more Bitcoin because it's such a pristine asset. I mean, heck, Michael Saylor has talked about go remortgage your house to buy Bitcoin. Do whatever you can to buy Bitcoin. Now, I'm not suggesting that. That's just what he said before. Now, what else is happening? Well, banks are trying to get their hands on crypto too. The US regulators are talking about how banks could put it on their balance sheet and take it as collateral. I mean, Michael Saylor says this, when large US banks are able to hold Bitcoin on their balance sheets, everyone will want to buy it, no one will need to sell it, and you won't be able to afford it. So wealthy individuals will just take loans out against it. So if you're trying to buy it, it's like that meme where everyone's lining up to buy something at 100,000 or $1 million. Everyone will be lining up to buy Bitcoin when it's $1 million. No one wants it now at 60. So still a small portion of people are actually buying it. Now, what is the end goal? Well, Michael Saylor says it here. What is the end goal to investing in Bitcoin?
What do I want? I want it all.
So Michael Saylor says it right there. He wants to buy as much Bitcoin as possible. He wants to collect and he wants to acquire as much as possible. And That's what people are doing. They're just trying to get as much Bitcoin as possible, especially by forcing liquidations. That's easy. You can see other people doing it. Third largest Bitcoin whale just bought another 596 coins worth over 37 million. I mean, this person has a lot of money. They already have 106,000 Bitcoin, and they're buying more here today because they're so bullish on it, right? And an anonymous Bitcoin whale just moved $127 million worth of Bitcoin off of Coinbase recently because they're locking it up. We also have Tesla, the smartest man in the world, right? Or one of them, right? Elon Musk, who's literally going to put people in outer space on Mars, who is the richest person in the world, sees the potential of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Even if you look at, holding them versus being able to accept them for payment, he realizes that there's a lot of excitement and you can capitalize on that by offering products for Bitcoin and other cryptos possibly. He holds it himself, SpaceX holds it, also Tesla holds it. They're buying it for a reason. We see a bunch of miners too, by the way, buying Bitcoin miners. They're spending millions of dollars on Bitcoin miners. They're doing that because they think it's a wise investment to buy as many miners as possible and get as much Bitcoin as possible. But we get caught up in the day-to-day, right? We get caught up, hey, is Bitcoin going to fall down to 57,000? Is it going to fall down to 55,000 after this? Well, let's look 30 days ago, right back here, right? If you had bought at 44,000 and then it fell down to 41 or 39 or something, you probably felt like that was a bad investment at the time because it fell 10, 15%. But now you wish you could go back as much as possible and buy as much as possible. Well, that is what you have to realize now. If you're bullish on crypto in general, but especially Bitcoin too, buy as much as possible. People are buying right now because they really do think we're going to hit 98,000 end of November, 135,000 by the end of the year. More after that. This is the soundest money out there, and there's only so much to go around. There's actually a decreasing amount every single year if you count for how much is lost. So it's only becoming more scarce over time, and everyone wants it. We have banks, countries, wealthy individuals. They all want as much Bitcoin as possible. This is true of other cryptos too, right? A lot of people want Ethereum right now. There's a lot less on exchanges. And once we transfer over to Ethereum 2.0, it's actually going to become deflationary also. So that's another thing going for Ethereum. There's going to be less and less of it out there, even as the supply goes down. We are still inflationary now. The supply on exchanges is going down, but once it becomes deflationary, it's going to become very scarce. Now, don't go on leverage right now, in my opinion. Of course, do all your financial advice, do all of your stuff. This is not financial advice, but just be careful because the leverage is what got us into this mess in the first place, and a lot of people lost a ton of money. With that in mind too, be ready because there is going to be fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I've already seen some articles talking about how inefficient Bitcoin is and how people are losing lots of money in it and all these different crazy things. So pay attention to that too. Just don't get scared out of your positions. Now, I always believe in having some cash on the side. That's why I do like BlockFi. Like I said, I mean, they're paying you a ton of money. They're paying you a bonus just to get you in the door. They're also paying you interest rates. They're also giving you interest back or Bitcoin back on credit card transactions with their Bitcoin card. So they're trying to get you in the door and they're trying to pay you as much as possible. So if you guys want links to that, you can check it out underneath the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts on this and whether you picked up some crypto here today. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.